Alright guys, we are back with episode 5 of the Revisiting series. Today, as like I just said is chapter 5. So chapter 5 is an interesting map for me. The drops here are actually very good, but one reason as to why I don't like it is because if you're at chapter 5, you might as well farm chapter 6, because chapter 6 is the introduction of purple plates, which I'll talk about next video, and 5 you're still stuck with the gray and blue plates. So these things right here, they don't go up to purple, whereas over here, these go up to purple. So I'm not a big fan of trying chapter 5 though. That being said, some of the gear and ships here are actually really good, so might be kind of worth going here to farm, but it's up to you guys though. I feel like oil for new players nowadays is very scarce to use, very resourceful, very valuable. So you're better off going other places though. Anyways, 5-1, we have actually a very good place to farm. We have these bad boys right here. Nowadays, these guns aren't the greatest, but back then it was actually pretty good to have some of these guns because of anti-air for DD, so free anti-air for your USS battleships, free anti-air for DD if you need it. And the ship drops here are actually very good. Now, you guys can't see it, so I have to pull it up on the wiki. Oh my lord, chapter 5. Actually, the ships here that come in has a good variety as well. Like right here, 5-1, you guys can't see it, but 5-1 does have the first access to probably the most powerful ship in the game as of right now. You guys are already aware of this. I've said this many times in a lot of my videos. It's Helena. Now, Helena here, probably the most busted ship in this game, because everything nowadays, if you're going into end game content, pretty much revolves around her. So Helena comes from 5-1. You can also get this USS DD gun as well too. Actually a very solid place to go to. Now if we were to go in here and look at chapter 5 design, I don't think chapter 5 was like super like annoying. Maybe it was, I'm not exactly sure. Let's go ahead and double check. Yeah, it's actually a solid map right here. So I think I was here for a while on my Iron Man. I'm not exactly sure, but I don't think this map was like terrible. I remember doing this. I really remember doing chapter 5 like years ago. It was actually insane. Like I know that map design like the back of my own hand. I can't believe it. Crazy. So 5-2, also another good map to farm, because we have the first introduction of gold Helldivers, which are probably one of the best anti-air planes you can take to chapter 13 and chapter 12. So that is very good. Also, like you guys see right here, Queen Elizabeth's first introduction of being able to be farmed is also here. So I know a lot of you guys are like, Queen Elizabeth retrofit win, but I'm not gonna lie, if you guys are like free to play, you're running like a budget team or whatever, you guys need like a really solid battleship. Not only is there Rodney and Nelson available in the game, but you can also get Queen Elizabeth that can amplify their stats a little bit higher. So that's actually a really nice pick if you guys want to do that. I believe when I did my Iron Man, I also used Queen Elizabeth. I used Queen Elizabeth, Nelson, Rodney for chapters like 9 through 11. So that's a thing as well. It's actually not a bad ship. So Helldivers come here. Queen Elizabeth comes here. Now, how about the map design though? Let's go ahead and take a look. I don't think this map was like super crazy. Maybe it was. We have a corner spot right here. I think the boss spawn's like right here. So not terrible. He's got to play around with 2 fleets, which is kind of annoying to some people, but it's not the worst. So it's all right. Not a terrible spawn by all means. There's also question mark nodes as well too. And 5-3. 5-3 is an interesting map. The BTD destroyers come here. The SX planes, whatever you guys want to call them, spawns from this map. So again, I'm not a big fan of this, because if you guys are farming the purple Helldivers from chapter 3-2, you guys won't need this as much. Maybe one day these things will be useful for like, I don't know, SS dive bomber product and like make it double damage or something. That'd be very interesting. Otherwise though, yeah. And then if we were to go to 5-3 as a drop ship, if you guys don't already know Cleveland is accessible here. It's a very interesting ship. It's not a bad anti-air plane by all means. A lot of Cleveland class light cruisers are very good for the later chapters 12 and 13. So that's actually a nice pickup there. It's just her kit is very weird. If you guys don't already know, if you guys are using Cleveland, aside from the anti-air, you're pretty much only using her for the assault order, which is a very, very good buff. It's a 25% damage increase for 8 seconds. The issue is that that proc is very, very, very rare. It's like a 20% proc rate or something, I think, or 25%, something like that. It's very, very low. So I wouldn't count on it being consistent, but it's actually pretty nice for doing like EX mode for events if you're trying to go for high scores at level 1 or something like that, or if you're trying to do for some like crazy burst setup for whatever content you want to do for yourself, YouTube videos, streaming, or whatever. You can do big burst setups there. Otherwise, though, nothing super crazy. This map, for the most part, not the best. Not compared to 5.1 and 5.2, not the best, but definitely not the worst. I've definitely seen way worse maps than this one. And as for the map design, let's go ahead and double check. I think this map was like kind of okay-ish, just like a middle spawn. Also, this spawner here, you can get locked in, so you're forced to do a fight. Yeah, that kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. The forced fights here are not the best. Question mark no in the middle. Boss spawns are like right here, and like right here, or something like that. It's not the worst, but that corner spot's like deadly, man. I can't stand that corner spawn. And lastly, we have 5-4. 5-4, I'm not gonna lie. Back in the days, like when I first played at Azur Lane, I farmed this map quite a bit. Mainly because people were telling me that the Tenzens right here are really good. Like they're the first introduction of converging bombers, and these are really, really good. The issue back then is that bossing dive bombers aren't super important because none of the bosses are very hard. We didn't have much bosses in the game to begin with that were difficult. So I kind of got baited. That being said, though, I farmed this map quite a bit. I think I got like most of the drops here as well, too. Yeah, I have like, you can tell, I farmed this place a lot because I have every ship except Laffy here. So I farmed it quite a bit. But you can get both Nelson and Rodney here. They do farm from the previous chapters as well, too. I think it was like 3 in chapter 2, around there. But if you guys haven't gotten them yet, you can definitely get both of them here. It's actually a really good pickup if you guys need that. Then gear here. These anti-airs come in pretty nice later on if you guys have high anti-air cruisers or whatever. They're very, very nice. Otherwise, though, this is kind of like whatever map. Again, if you guys do need converging bombers, there's multiple ways to get them and better ones at that. By the time you guys do need converging bombers, you have access to these methods of farming them or obtaining them. So Tenzens are just negligible. Nakajima, Tenzens, you can ignore these completely. You don't really need them. And map design, we go in here. Take a gander, and we have a fairly okay map design. The bottom part is kind of weird. I think the boss spawns also it spawn here. Okay, the spawns for this map are very, very sporadic. There's like multiples of them, so I'm not a big fan of that. But it's not the worst. You have to play around with 2 fleets, which sucks, but yeah, pretty much it. So yeah, I believe that's it for chapter 5. I don't think hard mode had anything spectacular changes. I farmed 5.2 and 5.1 quite a bit. I think it was for gold plates back, or not gold plates, these prints back in the day for like DDs and light cruisers because you need a lot of them. If you guys don't already know, you need a lot of DDs and cruiser prints. So again, it's not, you can if you guys need a farm though for those, there's like other maps you can farm here. But if you guys do want to slap in like a couple rounds, let's say try to get a I don't know, a Tenzin drops, gear prints, or like a Nelson or something, then you can definitely do that. I think the ship drops are still the same here, so here's Helena. So you can definitely do that for the best. Anyways, though, that is chapter 5. Hope you guys enjoyed the video for that one. Chapter 5 overall, I'm not a big fan of it because it doesn't drop purple plates. Chapter 6 does that, but for the most part, though, if you guys need ship drops, you guys need decently good gear to transition to later stages of the game, definitely is a solid map to farm for the most part. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video.